Dustin Swedelson here for lineups.com, and here are my top 5 most surprising Super Bowl MVPs. Super Bowl 48, the Seattle Seahawks. Malcolm Smith? Seattle forced 3 turnovers. Malcolm Smith had a 69-yard pick six. He had a fumble recovery. He had 9 tackles. The first defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP since 2003. But this is a guy on a defense with the Legion of Boom. You have Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, on top of Bruce Irvin, Bobby Wagner, Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill. A 7th-round linebacker is going to be the Super Bowl MVP on that team. He wasn't even a starter until Week 15. He wasn't listed as an option to bet to win Super Bowl MVP. Only the 3rd linebacker to ever win the award, the first one since 2003. Malcolm Smith, no one had it on their bingo card during Super Bowl 48. It's Super Bowl 31 and Desmond Howard. You have Brett Favre in his prime, and the MVP of the Super Bowl is the return man. He didn't catch pass. He didn't make a tackle. But he did have 244 total yards, 90 punt, 154 kickoff, including 99 on a kickoff return for a touchdown in the Packers' 35-21 win over New England. He remains the only special teams player to ever win Super Bowl MVP. Nobody saw Desmond Howard coming. Coming in at number 3, we go back to Super Bowl 37 and Dexter Jackson. You have one of the most dominant defenses in the NFL, featuring Derek Brooks, Simeon Rice, John Lynch, and Rondé Barber. In the game, Michael Pittman runs for 124 yards, but Dexter freaking Jackson has 2 interceptions of MVP Rich Gannon. The first one in the first half that set up a field goal to give Tampa Bay a lead. The second one led to a touchdown, and Tampa Bay never looked back. He's the 3rd safety to ever win the award. And what's even crazier, Dwight Smith also had 2 pick sixes that way for Tampa Bay, but Jackson's came at bigger moments and impacted the game more, and that's why he was the MVP of Super Bowl 37. Coming in at number 2, we're going to Super Bowl 30 and Larry Brown. It was probably more likely that the basketball coach Larry Brown would win a Super Bowl MVP than the Dallas Cowboys defensive back. Cowboys-Steelers, it's a historic matchup featuring Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders. On the other side, Neil O'Donnell, Cordell Stewart as Slash, Kevin Green, Greg Lloyd. We've got heavy hitters. And it's Larry Brown who ends up being your MVP. He had 2 second-half interceptions. Both of them led to touchdowns for the Cowboys. And it's pretty obvious. Pittsburgh thought, we can't throw it near Deion Sanders. We're going to pick on Larry Brown. And man, were they wrong. He made them pay. The first cornerback to win the award ever, a 12th-round pick. That's almost double the rounds we have now, but his name is forever etched in Super Bowl lore. And my most surprising Super Bowl MVP, going back to Super Bowl 36, Tom Brady. I know what you're saying. He's the GOAT. He's the best player of all time. He's won more rings than anyone. But in 2001, he was not that guy. People forget Tom Brady started out as a game manager. His job was to not screw it up and let the defense dominate the game. Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi, Mike Vrabel, Roman Pfeiffer, Lawyer Malloy. It was a hard-hitting, dominant defense. Tom Brady just needed to not screw it up. Remember, he was still looked at as Drew Bledsoe's fill-in. At some point, everyone thought this run was going to end. The expectation was down the road. Drew Bledsoe is the quarterback of the future for the Patriots. After all, they just paid him a big contract. But Tom Brady goes out in the Super Bowl and takes down one of the most dominant teams we've seen in the Rams at that time, going 16-27 for 145 and a touchdown. You don't remember it now, but this career starting the way that it did for Tom Brady was absolutely a surprise.